This video will cover the Create Crystal Shape tool. This icon will only be available when the Crystalwork module is activated in DesignWorks software. Use Create Crystal Shapes to add crystals to designs, one crystal at a time, for example, when adding to an embroidery design, or to fill in areas of crystal shapes. Select the icon, make sure that the tool options shows the type of crystal that you want to add as well as the size. The software will remember the last palette, color, and size of the crystal from a previous design. And then you can click wherever you wish to add a crystal. Right-click to deactivate the crystal. You can select among three palette types: Swarovski, Precioso, and the default palette. The software defaults to the Swarovski palette. There are 85 crystal colors in this palette. The Preciosa palette has 59 colors. The default palette only has one color, but you can change the color of the crystal by selecting a different color in the Threads or Brushes palette. After choosing your palette, you can change the color of the crystal by clicking on the drop-down arrow in Tool Options, and you can see that the crystals are ranged by hues. Just click to select the color that you want to use. The available sizes of crystals will depend on the palette selected. Swarovski has 4 different sizes, the Preciosa has 3 different sizes, and the default palette has 6 different sizes. Click on the drop-down arrow and choose the size that you wish to use. SS stands for stone size, PP stands for pearl plate, and the approximate equivalent is a half of pearl plate is about 1 stone size. Millimeters shows the size in millimeters, while inches will show the measurement in inches. Choosing the correct size is important because this influences the size of the hole that is punched in the template. Once I choose my palette, my color and shape, and my size, I can add a crystal to an area of the design just by clicking where I want to add the crystal. When I'm ready to choose another size or color, just make your selection and click on the area to add the crystal. You can right-click to deactivate the tool or select another tool. When I select a crystal, in Object Properties, I can change my mind about the size just by selecting another size. I could also change the color in Object Properties. To move a crystal, click on the rectangle selection around the crystal and click and drag, or you can use your arrow keys on your keyboard. If you choose the default palette to add a crystal, after adding the crystals, select the crystals, and you can add color to that crystal by clicking on a color chip in either the Brushes palette or the Threads palette. Remember to export crystals. Go to File, Export, Crystals to Machine. You'll see that there are different templates that you can send to your machine. If you want to send all templates as one, you can select that, or you could send the templates individually by selecting the template and then clicking on the export icon. The print button will create a printout of the crystals. The total crystal count is printed on the template in the header, and the crystal order will be shown on the template as well.